Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Prince Andrew faces fresh financial challenges as Aramore Limited, an investment firm under his significant control, has applied for dissolution. This development follows a year after the company received support from an anonymous donor, adding to the prince's mounting difficulties. The Duke's financial situation has become increasingly complex, with King Charles reportedly withdrawing his annual £1 million allowance and security funding for Royal Lodge. However, royal sources suggest the king has privately intervened to support his brother. He just doesn't have that many friends anymore. He barely goes out. He's not that welcome anywhere. So it's got to be family, and the obvious person is the king, one insider told Mail Online. Another source confirmed Charles has paid for it all. The king has cleared it. It's all done. These financial pressures come amid renewed scrutiny over Andrew's connection to alleged Chinese spy Yang Tengbo, leading to his absence from recent royal gatherings. This follows earlier controversies, including his withdrawal from public duties in 2019 and the removal of his military titles in 2022. Despite these challenges, Sarah Ferguson remains steadfastly supportive. In a recent Times interview, she expressed unwavering loyalty. "I was totally and utterly in love with Andrew. I would do it all over again, 100%. He's the best. A great man with a great heart and kind. Our wedding was the best day of my life." Ferguson elaborated on their enduring bond. "It's still with us today. I won't let him down. He supports me as much as I support him. He supported me through thick and thin, not just marriage or divorce. We agree on the 3 C's: communication, compromise, compassion." Their unique post-divorce arrangement at Royal Lodge has drawn praise from Ferguson's sister Jane, who noted, "Sarah and Andrew are the best divorced couple I know. They've done it for their children. It's incredible." Prince William was apparently left speechless by 6 brutal words in a terrible fight with his secret sister. Early tensions between the royal step-siblings have evolved into a more harmonious relationship, according to royal author Katie Nicholl's 2010 book Harry and William. The relationship between Prince William and Laura Lopes, Queen Camilla's daughter, was particularly fraught in their youth, with heated confrontations over their parents' relationships. "William and Laura used to have terrible fights over who was to blame for their broken homes," Nicholl wrote. During these conflicts, William would criticize Camilla's role in his mother's pain, prompting Laura's sharp response, "Your father has ruined my life." The passage of time has significantly improved these relationships. Laura's daughter Eliza served as a bridesmaid at William and Kate's 2011 wedding, and her sons recently acted as pages of honor at Charles and Camilla's coronation. The 2005 wedding of Charles and Camilla marked a visible turning point, with all 4 step-siblings, Tom Parker Bowles, Laura Lopes, William and Harry, showing unified support for their parents. Tom Parker Bowles recently expressed empathy for his stepbrother's experiences in The Telegraph. "I remember being chased at 100 miles an hour by paps trying to get a shot, my mother being screamed at to try to get a reaction, pushing, jostling. It was horrific. It was barbaric." He added, "I've had a billionth of what they've had to go through, but hell, I sympathize." Current family gatherings reflect this evolution, with William noting, "This year's Christmas at Sandringham included 45 guests. The relationship between Laura and Catherine has potentially aided this integration, as both share an academic background in art history, with Laura later establishing an art gallery." When it was announced that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer, Prince Harry rushed back to the UK from California to see his father, despite ongoing tensions. Since then, Harry has returned to the UK on a couple of occasions, but neither time saw a reunion with his father or his brother William, with whom relations have broken down. While many royal experts speculated the Charles and his daughter-in-law Princess Kate's cancer woes could have served to reunite the fractured family, a new report has claimed that there is one major sticking point in Harry's relationship with his father that is preventing this. Despite the allegations levied by Harry at his father and other members of the royal family, it is reportedly the legal action he has launched against the Home Office over the removal of his official security that has become a blockage for the king. Harry launched legal action after his official taxpayer-funded police security was removed in 2020, when he and Meghan stepped back as full-time working royals. At the time, he and Meghan, along with their young son Archie, were in Canada, and international borders were closing with increasing speed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. With the location of where the Sussex family was staying published in the press, they felt like sitting ducks. Harry wrote in his best-selling memoir, Spare. Harry described the terrifying moment as the ultimate nightmare, the worst of all worst-case scenarios. Any bad actor in the world would now be able to find us. He also noted that the head of his police security team told him that the threat level against the Sussex family was still higher than for that of nearly the rest of every other royal, equal to that assigned to the Queen, and claimed that his head of security pleaded with superiors to not abandon Meghan, Harry and Archie. In the same passage, Harry noted that he couldn't get a hold of Charles, who he claimed wouldn't take my calls about the matter, but when he spoke to William, his big brother apparently said it was a government decision, nothing to be done. Harry's initial action against the Home Office was unsuccessful, but he was granted the right to appeal. According to royal expert Kate Manzi, the fact the matter is still ongoing has made Charles reluctant to fully reconcile with his son. Harry's decision to sue the King's government in the King's courts is the sticking point, I am told, wrote Manzi for The Times. Harry is challenging a decision by RAVEC, the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, which decides what security is provided for the royal family and other VIPs. The royal household is represented on the committee and would have had a seat at the table when the decision was made to remove Harry's automatic right to police protection in Britain. It places the King in a tricky position because Harry has been granted leave to appeal. Until the case is concluded, there is little Charles feels he can say to his son. As for Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, there is no communication with the King and Queen. The ongoing legal dispute over Prince Harry's security arrangements has emerged as a significant obstacle in reconciliation efforts with the King, despite recent family health challenges. Royal expert Kate Manzi reports for The Times that Harry's lawsuit against the Home Office remains a critical point of contention. Palace Intrigue will be right back. James Middleton has shared intimate details of his family's unpretentious holidays and casual family dynamics in a recent Sunday Times interview. The Princess of Wales' brother revealed how their childhood vacations centered around simple alpine adventures. Holidays tended to be packing up the car and driving somewhere, James explained. My parents, sisters, and I would visit different places in the Swiss Alps each summer, such as the Masses, or we'd go to Avoriaz in France. He described rustic mountain accommodations where the family of 5 would share one long bunk after enjoying basic evening meals. Dad would find a mountain refuge where we'd have a rather sloppy soup-like meal for tea, but we were so hungry from a day of hiking that it tasted amazing. These memories resonated strongly when James recently visited Balmoral with his wife, Elizée Thavenet, and their son, Inigo. There were the same smells, the same marmot coals. It was a pinch-me moment that brought me back to childhood summers when I'd hike up the mountains with a rucksack that was bigger than me, he recalled. In his 2024 memoir, Meet Ella, James also revealed the remarkably casual circumstances of Elizée's first encounter with Prince George and Princess Charlotte in 2018. After an impromptu overnight stay at the Middleton family home, the couple were awakened by the royal children's giggles. I hadn't realized all 3 children were staying for the weekend with my sister and William, James wrote. The scene that followed highlighted the family's comfortable dynamic, with Elizée wearing only James' shirt, meeting the Prince and Princess of Wales during their morning tea. She doesn't panic or rush upstairs to get dressed. Instead, she just greets everybody warmly, as if it's not remotely unusual to be meeting her boyfriend's sister and brother-in-law for the first time, wearing only an oversized man's shirt. The young royals added their own charm to the encounter, peppering the couple with questions. How come we weren't there when they went to bed? And who is this lady? Is she your girlfriend? Cute giggles from both of them. The impromptu meeting quickly evolved into natural family interaction, with James noting they were soon all talking and laughing as she had been part of the family for years. And there you have it. Like to email us. Our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a review or 5 stars if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget you can get this show, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media, including comedy and gossip and fiction and ghosts and murder mysteries and romance and all sorts of things. You can check it all out at calaroga.com. That's CALOROGA.com. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.